tell you what I liked about the Incredible Film. My kind of my desire to do it was I wanted to expose a larger audience to that kind of stuff, but in a positive way. Because the only stuff I'd seen on TV about it previously had been the Medved Brothers did a show. I can't remember what it was called now, but they a certain notoriety to Plan 9 from Outer Space, and it was basically them saying these are the worst movies ever made.
Oh, was it the Golden Turkey Award
Yeah, it
or
was the
something
Golden
like
Turkey.
that?
And I remember thinking, I was quite glad to see the clips, but I hated their approach
Yeah.
because I didn't think these were bad movies. I thought they were obviously low budget movies and movies made against all the odds. You know, a bad movie for me is a movie like uh, Fountain of Youth, which is just dropped on, I can't remember the exact, I think it's Apple TV, directed by Guy Ritchie, with a big budget and a big cast and a good director. And it's a piece of shit. Bad
I
movie.
haven't seen it yet, so I
Uh,
can't.
it's like a cautionary tale as to how to make a very uninteresting and tedious and just kind of bad movie with everything that all the things that you might need available to you. Whereas when I see something by Ted V. Michaels or Russ Meyer, what I loved about Russ's stuff is he's an auteur. You know, it's whether or not, I mean, obviously he was obsessed with breasts, but regardless of that, and that isn't why I loved his films, although I'm fond of breasts as well. But what I loved about
Aren't
his
we
films
all?
is they had a unique vision. It was his sensibilities on screen. And the same with Ted V. Michaels, although Ted V. Michaels I love because he was a sort of romantic who was just addicted to making films and telling stories. He was a lovely, lovely man. And I love John Waters' films because they were so kind of like peculiarly his work. You know what I mean? So I was looking for stuff which was coming from an individual's point of view. You know, that's one of the reasons why I never did Roger Corman and I didn't do Charles Band, because even though I like a lot of the movies that they're both involved with, both of them are just businessmen. You know,
Mm.
and they're businessmen who happen to, in their businesses, create some amazing films, but they weren't personal to them in any way. It was just like,
No.
how can I turn around a quick knockoff of Jaws, or a quick kind of like, you know, what's a free piece of fiction I can use? Oh, Edgar Allan Poe's in the public domain. Okay, we'll make an Edgar Allan Poe film, and some of their Poe films are amazing, but it wasn't like he cared about it. You know,
No.
I wanted
No.